Hi guys, welcome to Tuesday. For today's workout, we've got several different AMRAPs that you're going to go through, and then you're going to finish off with some arm exercises. For the warm-up, you're going to have 45 seconds on, 15 seconds transition, one time through. I want you to start with cardio of your choice, either a row, bike, or jump rope. Then you're going to do some squat therapy, followed by some front-facing burpees, and then a either single dumbbell or kettlebell flow. All right, and for the flow, we're going to go bicep curl to a halo and tricep extension, and then we'll halo the other side and tricep extension and flow through that. And then we're just going to do the cardio again for the fifth movement, and then we'll follow that with single-sided squats. You're going to switch arms at 25 seconds. Then we're going to go side-facing burpees, and then we'll finish off with that flow again. So what that's going to look like first, we'll start with the squat therapy. So ideally you have a wall. If you don't have access to a wall, then you can just do air squats or even single dumbbell or kettlebell front squats. But what I want you to do is focus mainly on setting your feet in your squat stance. Arms will be up, push the butt back, knees go out, and then hold here for a few seconds, and then drive up through those feet. Okay. For the front-facing burpees, what that means is you're going to have the weight in front of you, and so I'm going to burpee behind the weight, chest and thighs touch the ground. I'll jump up, and then I'll jump over my weight. I'll turn, burpee, and then jump over the weight. If you don't feel comfortable jumping over the weight, you can always step over, and for the plank, you can always step back and stay in a high, or for the burpee, you can always step back and stay in a plank position versus going chest and thighs to the ground. For our flow, what that's going to look like is you're going to deadlift the weight to start, and then from there you'll bicep curl, and then we're going to halo around the head. When we get to the back of the head, we'll tricep extension, and then we'll finish our halo, and then we're just going to go now to the opposite side, tricep extension, and then we'll finish back to where we started. We'll come back down and go into our bicep curl, halo, extension, halo, extension. After that, we're going to go back to our cardio, either run, row, bike, or jump rope, and then we're going to get into our single-sided squat. So if you have a dumbbell, you can hold here, resting it on your shoulder, and then you're just going to go down and squat and stand. At the 25-second mark, you're going to switch over to your other side. Okay, and then we're going to go squat and stand. I like to keep my other arm out to the side just to help kind of counterbalance. If you're using a kettlebell, then you can use an assist to clean it up into that front rack position. Next one's going to be our side-facing burpees. So for this one, the weight's going to be on my side. So I'll have the weight here. I'm going to jump back with both feet, chest and thighs touch, jump up, and then jump over. Make sure that when you start these, that your feet are in line with the dumbbell. That way when you jump back forward, you should be in the right spot to jump over the weight. And then we'll finish up with our flow one more time. After we get through our warm-up, we're going to go into our 50 Russian swings, unbroken. Ideally, you should be at a heavier weight by now. As always, we're going to start with the kettlebell on the ground. You're going to hike the hips back, shoulders are down and back, and then squeeze the butt at the top. Remember, press through the feet and really use those hips to let that weight float up and then lock it out. For our WOD, we're going to do 4 minutes on, 2-minute rest. Okay? We're going to start with our first AMRAP, 4 minutes. We're going to start with a 400-meter run and then max right arm front squats. RX will be 50 pounds for the guys, 35 pounds for ladies, or whatever you have access to. After you finish your max reps, you're going to rest for 2 minutes. Then we're going to go 4-minute AMRAP. We're going to start with that 400-meter run, and then we're going to go front, max number of front-facing burpees over your weight. You'll rest 2 minutes. Next one, 400-meter run. Then we're going to go max left arm front squats. And then lastly, we'll go a 4-minute AMRAP starting with the run for 400 meters, and then max side-facing burpees. So for the run, if you don't have access to running or don't feel like running, you can sub rowing, a 0.8K bike, or 2 minutes of jump rope. I don't want you to substitute burpees or up downs because you're already going to be doing a lot of those in the second and fourth AMRAPs. So jump rope, you can penguin clap, jumping jacks, any of those are fine options to do for 2 minutes. You're going to capture total number of reps that you've done over the 4 AMRAPs. And then for your finisher, this is for quality, not for time. We're going to do something called 21s. For the bicep curls, ideally these are done with 2 dumbbells, but if you have 2 heavy dumbbells, then just use 1. So I'll show both options. So for the 21s, what it means is you're going to start and you're only going to go to 90 degrees with both weights. So that would be 1, 2, you're going to go to 7. After your 7th one, you're going to go all the way to the top and then you're coming down to 90 degrees. That would be 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. After your 7th one, you're going to do a full rep. So all the way from the hips up to the shoulders. Okay. If you only have 1 weight, then just hold 1 head in each hand and then come up to your 90 degrees, 7 reps, and then you'll go all the way up, 90 degrees, 7 reps, and then a full rep for 7. Okay, so that gets us to our 21. Rest is needed. You're going to go into an overhead tricep extension. Typically we just use 1 dumbbell for this. So what you're going to do is have the weight behind you, and the same idea, you're just going to go 7 reps to that 90 degree mark. After the 7, you're going to come up and then back down to 90 degrees. And then lastly will be a full rep. Make sure to really squeeze the tricep at the top of that rep. If you have light dumbbells and you want to use 2 hands for those, that's totally fine. I'll leave it up to you in terms of the weight and what you can do quality reps with. But we want to start to feel burn here in the triceps. And then our last one is going to go back to the biceps, this time in a hammer curl position. So what we're going to do is have the weight come up to 90 degrees. Notice that my hand here is neutral, okay, versus before it was supinated. Instead, we're going to go neutral grip and then all the way to 90 degrees to the shoulder, and then our full rep at the end. If you have just a kettlebell, you can do the same thing, holding on to the horns of the kettlebell, and then the full rep. Same for your tricep extension. So again, those are for quality. Rest is needed between them. In the comment section, be sure to note what your scores were for the AMRAPs, how many reps you got total for each one, and then any modifications that you made to the workout. Guys, if you have any questions about anything, please let us know. As always, good luck, move well, have fun.